The aerial did work very well. You did do good there. It's okay to go for aerials. Just know that if you go for aerials, you may not hit it. So that means you need to make sure that your teammate can cover in case you miss the aerial. So we just need to work on that awareness, that information. It's not something you develop in a day. Which is why I kind of just stress it, especially at lower ranks. You start working on it now, it starts to work out and make sense later. Because it takes a long time. When I first started trying to get information, like, I just did terrible. But any questions on how to work on any of that, how to work on the spacing, or, you know, not being at the same place, or working on the aerials, or the boost pads? Alright, Rita? Yeah. Alright, give me just a sec. I gotta find something for my brother real quick. Um... He's asking me about... ARID. Yep. He wants to get more RAM. I'm also starting up getting Stanner's replay ready. Alright. Stanners, you ready? Alright. So we got this. We got Stan. We're in GC2, almost GC3. Alright. How to be a good teammate. How to play good off-ball. Alright, that's up next. Alright, so we are this average boost amount, second 0 boost. Wow, what is that guy doing? So Olive, this is like GC3, and you literally have better boost management than this person. Yeah, yeah. They had like 83 seconds with like 0 boost, which is bad. Especially at this rank. I mean, I have a feeling they're gonna excel in some other places. Well, that's why. Trying to go fast. He's fast, but not like super fast. Oh, he was doing a lot of high air stuff. That's probably where all of his boost went. I feel like this guy's gonna try and clip. That's the vibe I get from his stats. My knee's doing knee things. Small thing, you could have shot that. I think hindsight 2020, you know you could have shot that. Missed the boost, not great, but we keep going, that's fine. So, when you look at the speed of the ball and your distance, if that guy on the bottom does happen to get a save, this is going to be super awkward for you to recover from. So a little bit more space here. This song's a banger, by the way. Swoop. I'm adding this to the playlist. I forgot the name of this song. So your teammate is very all in and he's very low boost. So chances are they're going to have difficulty from this. If this gets blocked, they're going to have difficulty like getting up and going. Probably. And if they do save it, it's going to probably sort of because all the momentum is going this way. So by inserting ourselves in, it's a little risky, especially we're only like 16 seconds in, and we're only down by 1. That's so much time. Now's not the time to play risky. If it was, you know, 30 seconds and you're down by 1, 40 seconds down by 1, that makes a lot more sense. But by giving that space, it becomes a lot safer as sort of that third man. That's really good, like, second man positioning in 3s, but not so much. We just need that little bit extra space in 2s. It's fine. We know our teammate has some boost. So let me ask you this. Why go up for the big boost play here? Do we need to buy time for our teammate to do something? Like, do we need that time? Like, why are we... Why are we going up here as opposed to, like, a ground play or an instant long shot? A long shot's a long shot. You might not be able to get it, but at the same point in time, you might be able to. Montage fuel. So, Olive, we point out different things for different ranks. Stanners is held to a very different standard at almost GC3 than somebody in Gold 2. And so we have to give different advice. And that's why. But yeah. Mechanics, tool. You gotta use the right tool for the job. Teammate-wise, I don't love this rotation. Tell me what you could have done better on this rotation. So you're forgetting the sort of third option. You are inserting yourself here, and so by not being here would be better. Honestly, this guy. If you take this guy out, it's literally a free clear, no shot. So watch it again, thinking about controlling the midfield, right? So at this point in time, we're super focused on the ball. We're not really considering the midfield. But consider the midfield for a sec. If that guy, you've got Dino on him, chances he's been sort of fumbling around. You know Hu Tao is probably like low boost if you sort of watch their gameplay. They just went for high air. They're not boosting. They're not really doing anything. So yeah, replays. Yes, dog. Yes. He's dead. Exactly. So if we take out the midfield there, it's a super free transition for your team. Not going for this, not being in the space to go for this. I think Ball Chasing said GC2 div 4. I don't know how accurate that is. So here's what we know right now. We know that the ball is closer to the other guy, right? We know teammate is going here for 50. So this ball is either going to be popped, is probably going to either be brought around, or is going to be popped, sort of that way. And what we've sort of decided, this is what our body language, our car language is telling us, we think it's going to kind of go middle here. We think that he's going to pop it up, he's going to hit it, and it's going to go meow. But we're not sort of covering the things in between. So now we're basically saying it's going hard left. We want to point sort of towards where things are happening, especially in 50s. So now we're dead mid, which would be fine if he won the 50, like completely won, but he didn't necessarily completely win. So by taking a half step back and literally slowing down your speed a little bit on this. Hold on, I want the next drive. So don't boost here, just slow down. We don't need movement mechanics, just slow down. Wait to sort of, don't rush, wait to sort of see what happens in that corner before we sort of dive in. I want you to be reaching about, right about now, I want you to be sort of reaching here. Because that ball could pinch in a variety of areas. By slowing it down a little bit, we're giving ourselves time and space to react. If it does go that way, so now we're like right here, right? And now all of a sudden, this is a perfect shot opportunity. As opposed to like hard committing. Right, you need to cover both instead of one. We need to cover, you know, it's kind of like gambling, right? You need to cover the odds. So since we're not really sure, we think something's going to happen. We think the ball's probably going to fly out in like somewhere around that angle. You know, that's what we can tell from further out. That's probably what's going to happen. So we want to be able to cover all of that. And you are covering sort of this bit. Maybe a little bit less, like that bit. Or maybe it's more of a, you know, there, and you're covering like that. So be aware of what's going to happen, you know, that 50, and be in a position to where you can cover it. Because you're 1-1 right now. Again, we don't need to be super aggressive. But now we're in this, like, super awkward position where we have to use so much boost to make up for that. That was a good bump, actually. Again, tools, tool chest. Why are we doing this? I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm asking you why you're doing this. Do you need more context than that? Because I can't tell if you're doing it for a reason or if you're just like, I want to go for another cool high boost play. So I couldn't tell if you had one of those options in mind, because it's not a bad play for time here, right? You're slowing down the play, you're allowing your teammate time to recover, which is good. It's an okay time to sort of do it, but also, at the same point in time, look at the rest of the field. Where is everybody? We don't need to aerial to buy that time. We can just catch it and go slow. Heck, we can even let that bounce once again and take it to the corner. Yeah. So, yes, we can buy time there, but then we're gonna need time to recover. So how do we make it so that we can set up an offensive drive as opposed to just trading, right? Because now they've got boost, we don't, so now teammate has to sort of cover for you. Now you need boost, and now we're sort of all trying to... They've got a drive going now. You're gravitating to the play. See how you're like, I kind of want to go, but I know I should keep my space, but I kind of want to go. And now you're like, And now this is awkward. Because we've sort of gravitated into the play. In this particular case, again, if we're worried about the shot, literally a back post thing here. Or again, midfield. You'll start to find that people tend to neglect the use of midfield. So we are going to do one replay per person, Olive. But you see how, like, that's super awkward, and you don't actually have to do anything there. Is the other part. So if you needed to save that, we go back post here, slow down a little. But also, teammate's right there. He's in control. And just kind of like, meow. Kind of like go here. Wait to see what happens in this corner, and then decide if you push up. Or if you sort of hang back for the save. Because now you're back here. You don't have to worry about that guy clipping on you. So we're gravitating into the play, and we're not taking as much time as we need. So we need a better grasp on our time and space, is what we're seeing right now. Do I need time? Where's the space? How do I use that space to generate time so teammate can get to where teammate needs to be? Hello, how you doing, Tater? So that's fine, kind of chasing him out. That... So, yep, you sort of turn him off there. But you're also, right now, I like how you used that pressure to get him out of the play. That was smart. But what you do next is take yourself completely out of the play. So, You need like 4 pads, realistically, to keep that pressure up. 3-4 pads. So if you just pad rotated behind him after you sort of did this, literally pad rotate behind him after noticing that boost isn't there, as opposed to going all the way across the field. We stay more into things. We stay in a better sort of second man position, because we take this and, you know, maybe we go here. And, you know, suddenly we're like here. And suddenly, boom. This is... Maybe we can get to it as opposed to... Like, if he had better control there with that super cut, like, look at how close he is to that ball with his boost. That is super dangerous for your team. And then you cut out back. But... Ooh, close. How you doing, Tater? I'm trying to figure out if you can figure out where your teammate actually is here. Because I see you look for the boost, I see you grab that, but I don't see your teammate at all. All you know is he's sort of on the wall behind you, if you're paying attention to that. And part about being a better teammate is knowing where your teammate is or should be so that you can work with them. So if you don't know exactly where your teammate is, it's hard for you to place a pass. Because you just looked and he wasn't there and you just happen to pass to the other team. If you look back, maybe you don't challenge the wall so much and you rotate out to let him come in with speed or do something. Definitely need to work on pads. Taking ourselves out of the play too much for big boosts. That's fine. We'll put it in the corner. We got time. See how we have to, like, turn around after this challenge? This means that we haven't given him enough space. I mean, not always, but in this particular case. Because we're on this transition, we're sort of... We can tell, we know he's like out of boosts, so this is probably going down soon. Our options are give him enough space, or we need to clear the space for him. We're not going to clear the space, so we need to give him a little bit more space so that this doesn't become so awkward. Because now this is kind of awkward, we're turning around, and now they've got a shot, and you're kind of awkward there. So just kind of like literally sort of waiting like at about this distance. Because you can tell he's lost control and we're not really going to be able to get there. So, you know, we wait kind of here, all of a sudden, you know, if it goes that way, it's fine. If it goes this way, we're fine. But we've got enough space to react and sort of keep our momentum forward as opposed to, I think... I can't tell if you're going to challenge or if you tried to quickly turn around. No, you were thinking about challenging and then you didn't. So we just need to give our teammate a little bit more space to do his thing. It really was. I was like, yeah, that was definitely calculated. Just like my random pre-jump to the ceiling earlier in Clip It. I literally, I was playing with Nat. He went into the corner, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go off the ceiling. And then it goes into the middle, I'm like, you know what, screw it, we go to the ceiling. So I just launch myself off the ceiling, and they happen to hit it to me. And it goes in. Yep. So, I like what your teammate did here. Right? They go down, right? They see you have it. Disruption. This is a good teammate move. 2v1 situation... Abuse the heck out of this. If you can get in a 2v1, abuse the heck out of this. There's a reason why this is a meta thing. You don't have to demo them. Just literally drive at them really fast. You can either make them jump early and force them off course, or you'll demo them because they won't move. The point is disruption. What is honestly what we're really seeing here is you're not playing the entire of what's coming next. You're playing a little bit to like perfect world. Exactly, reactive instead of proactive. So that's not bad. Fake Chow gave your team time to come back. Did you time that boost grab? Because if you did, that's fine. You sort of deny them, but also you could, again, midfield. Clearing the area for your teammate is also a great thing. Okay. Because if you timed it, that's impressive. For example, on kickoffs, I sort of look up at the clock. Corner boost takes 10 seconds, so if my teammate gets the boost, I know it'll be there in about 12 seconds. 11, 12 seconds. That's the only time I really time the boost pickups. Which is useful. But if you didn't time it, definitely consider taking out that midfield, opening up space for your teammate. So you can also go back over your replay standards and look from your point of view and see what your teammate does and doesn't do and be like, man, I wish my teammate really did this here. That would make my life easier. And in those situations, you know, if it's safe, consider doing that for your teammates. You know, that's going to be one of the best tools. Hi here again, I'm Firmus, how you doing? I love the random reset for no apparent reason. And then we're definitely trying to clip there. This is another one of those, like, there's so many better ways to do it, but it looks cool. And now we're low boost, right? But this comes, sorry, somebody, my brother's PMing me about getting new RAM for his computer. If we don't look, we can't know what's going on. So just, we don't know exactly what's going on. Just boop, little look, make sure there's no challenge. Because we're kind of blind to what's going on after this. So this flick makes sense. It's a good pass. This is a good pass. The reset was kind of like, but it's a good pass. However, if you look here and watch, we know that we've got one up. He's kind of awkward, but he's got like oddly good mechanics, and we also know there's someone over there to the left on the ground. We know we're 18 boosts and our teammate's in the air. So we don't know if we have a challenge or not. So yeah, just look. Make sure we know what's going on. Because we look left, honestly, I would still go. Because it looks like you've got it. But I might go differently. I would probably play it to the corner as opposed to a redirect to the goal. But just that information. That's what happened there. We didn't look. Yep, exactly. Alright, let me ask you a question right here. If this doesn't go well, what are the chances of you guys getting scored on? Right. So this is a very... So my heater works. I got my heater working. I had people come in. They diagnosed it. I ordered the part because they wanted between $600 and $700 to replace the part. I looked on eBay and could find a new open box one, which says it was installed and returned. So, and they had a guarantee behind it for like it was like $100. So I bought the part and installed it. I don't know why sometimes it works with the and sometimes it doesn't. Hey, the shot works. Oh yeah,